Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you are going to be listening to, it comes from a message that was sent to me by our sister right there. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So when I came here to South Africa, we didn't even know as a family that my sister is a prostitute. She is still a prostitute. And whenever she would come back home, she used to tell us a lot of lies, saying that she was working at Shoprite and everyone believed her. So by the time that my parents were unable to pay for my school fees, my sister then told my parents that it was far much better for them to allow me to come here to South Africa, because at Shoprite they were looking for people who would be working at that supermarket. I was so excited and happy. I imagined myself working for that supermarket. But when I came here, when she came to pick me up, as we were going to the location where she said that she was staying, I saw that this place, there is a lot of prostitution that goes on. My sister was staying in an area that is called Kempton Park. So when we arrived in Kempton Park, at the area where my sister was staying, it was just a place that was not nice. And my sister, she then told me that she was a prostitute and I was not supposed to inform our parents back home that she was a prostitute. So sometimes at night she would go out, but they would be just standing outside of the Jura hall and prostituting themselves. So my sister then said, you will never be able to get a job here in South Africa. It is far much better that you just join me and you can prostitute yourself as well. So I ended up joining my sister, but I had not told my sister that when I was still back home in Zim, I had kept myself as a virgin, because I thought that God was going to give me a man who was going to marry me, a man that I was going to be wedded to. And after my wedding, then I was going to give my husband everything, and he was the one who was going to take my virginity away. But unfortunately, my sister had now convinced me to become a prostitute. So the first day that I went to the touchline, by the touchline they mean going by the street, and in the streets then hustling and prostituting yourself. So I went to the touchline, then I started to prostitute myself. Then there was a man who came and picked me up. So this man, he just wanted a quickie. When he saw that he was struggling to penetrate me, I then told him that I was still a virgin. I had never slept with a man before. This man, he then got so excited. He then took me to his place and he told me that he wanted to make love to me in a dignified way, and we made love and he broke my virginity. This man, after he had broken me, he then said, I want you to become my wife. But unfortunately I resisted and I said, no, I do not want to become your wife. So he returned me back to my sister's place and I continued prostituting myself until we had moved out of Kempton Park. When we moved out of Kempton Park, my sister continued, but at that time I had started going to this other Pentecostal church, but I did not confess my sins like in front of the church. I just begged God for forgiveness in my heart, and I confessed in my heart without anyone listening. And then I started dating another guy that I met there in church. So this guy, because of my age, he says that he wants me to become his wife, but I am scared because of my history, everything that I did when I came here to South Africa working as a prostitute. So I am asking for advice. What am I supposed to do? Should I tell my husband to be that this girl that you want to marry, she was once a prostitute? Should I reveal to him that I once worked as a prostitute, or should I just remain quiet? Please assist me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was the first message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister right there. Then there is another message as well from our dear brother who is looking for advice. The message reads like this: hello brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So my brother, my story, it goes on like this. Me and my best friend, when we came here to South Africa, we then thought that it was a wise idea for us to get married so that we can save some money instead of having multiple girlfriends. So I was the first one who managed to get a girlfriend, and I convinced her and we started staying together. But this woman, she was just a cheater. I caught her cheating, then I dumped her. After I had dumped her, my friend then said, I think that maybe we should just look for girls in a particular area, so that if I get a good girl, I will know that you will also be able to get a good girl who is going to treat you right. So my friend, he then got this other woman who is still his wife, and then later on I spoke with her, and she said that she had her friend who was still married at that time, but she was in an abusive relationship. So she said, if you want her, I will speak with her. So I then let her to speak with her friend, and within a very short period of time, she was already here in South Africa staying with me. She is still my wife, and she does not have any problem. She is really a good woman, just that her first husband was quite an abusive man. So me and my friend, what we usually do is that we plan our road trips together. When we are returning back to Zim, we travel together. So as for now, the vehicle that we used when we were traveling back to Zim, it was my car. So along the way, sometimes we would stop so that we can rest at laybys as well as different garages whilst we will be buying some food. We then stopped at this other garage. Then my friend went and he was relieving himself in the bathroom, as well as my wife. She was complaining of a stomach ache. She then went and she relieved herself as well. So it was me and my friend's wife. We were sitting in the car and she was busy playing around with her phone. That was when she said that her phone was giving her a lot of problems. She then gave me her phone, but I said, your phone is locked. Please, can you unlock it? So when I tried to give her the phone back to her, she then said, okay, this is my password. She then gave me a password, but when I unlocked her phone, what I saw on her phone was a porn video. She had been playing a porn video. So I then said, you have made a mistake. You gave me your phone with some adult stuff playing on your phone. Then I tried to give her the phone back, and she said, look at the video only once. So I looked at the video, then she started laughing. She laughed a lot, and she said that she had been watching these porn videos whilst I was busy driving. And I said, why were you doing such a thing? She then said that I am addicted to sex and I cannot go for a long time without sleeping with my husband. So even when you were driving, I kept on thinking about making love to my husband. So for me to be a little bit okay, what I had to do was that I had to watch these videos. So this is what I have been doing all this time. Then she started laughing a lot. And after that, before her husband had walked out of the bathroom, she said, even now as I am talking to you, I feel like making love and I don't know what am I supposed to do because we cannot do it with my husband. So let me quickly rush to the bathroom so that I can assist myself. I am going to tell you how I have assisted myself. So she then went to the bathroom for a very long time, like she had told me. She went there to use her finger on her private parts and to make her to come, and this is what she did. So Brother Nashi, I don't know, with this thing that happened, what do you think? What am I supposed to do? So I am asking for advice. Is this woman giving me the green light to propose love to her? Is she attracted to me? And if she is attracted to me, what am I supposed to do? Must I propose love to her so that I can be sleeping with her? Please assist me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear brother right there. Please let us talk with him in the comment section.